Okay, so I know that you're itching to get these messages displaying here on the page and doing things, but in order for that to really function as a chat application, what we need to do is we need users all across our application, everywhere, across multiple socket connections to be able to subscribe to messages that are happening in a topic. And otherwise, if nobody's listening to this topic, if we display stuff on here, it might appear on our screen or the current client screen, but no other users will see it. So what we need to do is we need to set up something like a publisher subscriber model or pub sub. So that way we can publish to a topic and we can also subscribe to a topic. And every user that is published and is subscribed to a topic will see anything that is published to that topic. So with other applications on the web, something like Kafka, that's possible to do. But the nice thing is that Elixir has this built in, and Phoenix has it built in very nicely for us as well. So we can do this without having to use any other technologies or tech stacks. We can do this right inside of the Phoenix framework. So yeah, so we are going to set this up, and it's really simple to do, which is the really cool thing about Phoenix. And we can make this really easy on ourselves. So all we do is when we get an event, so when we submit to our message, so we want to say something to the world here. It's going nowhere now except to the log. So we want this log to go somewhere that is broadcast to other users. And the way that we do that is we just come in here where our event is taking place. So we have our placeholder event already set up for us, and we can see that's logging that message. So we just want to send this out. So using our chat web application, our endpoint, we're going to broadcast. And what we're going to broadcast is we are going to broadcast on our socket, and we are going to use the topic name. So we want to broadcast to a specific topic. So we already have that stored in our socket topic name. So we can use our topic name as our topic that we're broadcasting on. So socket.assigns.topic name. And then we can call this, we want to give this we want this to be like a broadcast message, a broadcast event. So for PubSub, they also have events there. So this will be like a new message. And then we're just going to very simply, we are submitting this message. So we want to submit that message. And now let's see if this breaks the page. If we submit something. So that's good. So it doesn't break anything, but we want to, I thought maybe that it would break if we weren't listening for these messages, but yeah, so I guess it doesn't matter actually though in retrospect. I don't know what I'm thinking because this is just broadcasting a message to a topic. So it doesn't matter. It's not going to break anything if we're not subscribing to it. In order to see this message now, we need to subscribe to it. So yeah, so broadcasting a message out into the ether under this topic name. And if we want to see it and if other users want to see it, then we need to subscribe to it. So let's go ahead and subscribe to it. And it's really simple. So with Phoenix, all you do to subscribe to messages that you're broadcasting on a topic is you just simply do def and you do handle info. So instead of handle event when you're subscribing to PubSub, when you're doing the subscriber end of the model, you just do handle info. And what we can do is we can set up a map to the event that we want. So this event is new message. And new message is going to have a payload of message data. And this is also going to receive our socket. And again, just like our events, the socket is always included as the last input to our function. So now if I do this and I will log this again since it's not displaying any text. So we're going to be logging this is going to be our message data. And we're receiving our payload of message data. And then we just need to provide a return of our function. So we'll do no reply and we'll just send the socket back. So if we do this, we should see here when we submit another message here. So we'll do a new message. What we should see is we should see that it comes through as a submit message event. And then we should see this text message data in here. And so let's try that. And if we come back here, we see the submit message. So that is this submit message. And then I guess we don't see the one that says new message. And if we're not seeing a new message, we did not subscribe then. So we're not actually truly subscribed. So we are broadcasting and we are trying to handle the event, the new message, but we are not properly subscribed to the topic. So every time that you broadcast, you also should have to subscribe. So in order to subscribe to an event, to a topic, we need to go do one more step. So let's go into our mount of our function or into our topic live. And let's do if connected. If we're connected to the socket, then what we want to do is we want to also subscribe. So chat web endpoint. So we're just using this chat web endpoint. And just like there's a broadcast message where we're broadcasting the topic, we can subscribe to a message. So subscribe. And then we need to subscribe to the topic name, which is already given to us here. So we can just grab it from there. And so now it says there's an error. Subscribe. I just made a typo. Subscribe. Can I not type? Subscribe. And then, oh, the typo is not here. The typo is here. Endpoint. Yeah, so there we go. All right, cool. So that is taking place. So now what I want to do is I just want to make sure that we can handle the event. So here we go. So let's test this again. This is going to be test number 2. We hit submit. And what we see is we see a submit message from this log info in our handle event submit message. And then now we see message data for what's happening here inside of our new message event. Okay, perfect. So this has been a lot of placeholder events here. You can see, this is how I like to code personally. Like I want to make sure I get all of my placeholder, my prototype and stuff set up here initially, so that way I'm good to go. And we're all set now to actually make these messages now actually display onto the page. So we can go ahead in the next step and in the next lesson and take all of these steps here and make the messages actually start displaying for real. Now, again, just to recap, the reason we had to do all this is because we need to handle the submission of the message, but then we also need to broadcast it over a topic name. And so what we're doing is that every time a user joins this topic page, the user subscribes to the name of the page they're on. So when we have one user, such as myself right now on this page, I'm subscribed to the topic of ape. So I am both broadcasting messages onto that, and I'm also subscribing to messages on it. So I'm sending the messages over ape topic, and I'm also reading the message here, the message data coming through the handle info here. I'm reading the message that I broadcasted. So right now, I'm just broadcasting and I'm reading message that I broadcast. But what we're going to do, what this allows us to do now though, is that if a second user joins this page, when they load the page, they will subscribe to the topic ape. And by the second user and the third user and everybody else that subscribes to topic ape coming here, they might, if they don't hit the submit message, when user 1 hits the submit message, user 2, 3, and 4, and 5, they are still receiving the events. They will receive the new message events. So they have, when the page loaded, they subscribe to the topic ape, and they have a handle info coming from the event new message that they're always monitoring. So they're always monitoring for new messages over the topic that they subscribe to, which in this case is the ape. So I hope that makes sense. It's all theoretical now because it's not actually functionally on the page, but that's the next step. But that's what we've had to do. We had to set up the backend code so we can handle the infrastructure on the front end. And we have all the backend code templates and boilerplate code here set up so that we can handle those events. So user 1 would be broadcasting here, and user 2 and 3 that are in the same page as them on the ape page would be receiving the new messages because they subscribe to that topic. And so they will receive it. And what we'll do here in the next lesson is we'll start taking all of the stuff that happens on the new message event, and we'll start putting it onto the page as actual messages. So I'll see you over in the next lesson where we actually take all of the backend code that we wrote here and we'll provide the front end interface to it now. So yeah, I'll see you over in the next step. This is the really exciting part where you'll actually get a feel for what this is actually doing for the users.